this series of lectures of mechanics, we're gonna study about a pulley, its types and application of the pulley in human body and the angle of pull. So a pulley is defined as a groove wheel with a rope passing in the groove. A load is attached on the one end of the rope and the effort is applied to the other end. A pulley changes the direction of the force and makes it easier to lift the things. Pulley makes work easy in our daily routine. We use lots of simple machines in the form of pulley. Types of pulleys are fixed, movable, compound, lock and tackle. In a single fixed pulley, the pulley block is fixed to some suitable support and the rope which passes around the wheel is attached to the weight at the one end and the effort is applied at the other end. This is used to alter the direction of force and enables traction resistance to be applied at any angle. In a single movable pulley, a pulley is free to move up and down along with the load. That's the reason it is called as a movable pulley. This device is used to gain a mechanical advantage when lifting heavy objects. A combined pulley makes life easier as the effort needed to lift the load is less than half of the weight of the original load. So the main advantage of this pulley is that the amount of effort is less than half of the load. And the main disadvantage of this movable pulley is that it travels a very long distance. In compound pulley, two or more rope segments pull on the load, so the ideal mechanical advantage is 2 or greater than 2. This type of pulley may or may not change the direction of force applied to it, but it depends on the number of arrangement of pulleys in the compound pulley. But the increase of force may be greater, and a compound pulley is also known as combination pulley. In the human body, in most of the cases, the pulley is replaced by a bone, cartilage, or either the ligament, and the cord is replaced by a muscle tendon. The tendon is lubricated in a manner so that it easily slides over the pulley. In human system, a pulley system may be constructed as either a linear or coherent force system. A pulley functions as that of a first-class lever with equal arms. Within the body, various fixed pulley systems that may act in any direction are utilized. This purpose is to alter the angle of action on the body by providing resistance, stabilization, or to assist the movement. So among that pulley system, the example of digastric and omohyoid muscles are one of the example of single fixed pulley. Another example of single fixed pulley in a human body is the patella. The patella helps to support the work of quadriceps muscles during knee extension. So the patella changes the direction of quadricep pull on the tibial tuberosity so as to increase the mechanical advantage. Another example of that can be found in the external malleus of the ankle, which serves to change the pull of the peroneus longus muscle. So now in this slide you can observe the patellar pulley clearly. Now if we talk about the example of movable pulley in the human body, so the finger extensor and tenosynovium is the best example of the movable pulley in the human body. Finger extensor helps the finger in flexion, and the pulley system plays a crucial role in maintaining the angle of approach of the flexor tendons onto its insertion site and reticular restrainer. There are some other pulleys in the hand also present in the hand, which are also known as annular pulley or cruciate pulley. Now here is an example of combination pulley. The start of a pulley system helps in making fist, or you can say flexing the fingers. Angle of pull is defined as the angle between the muscle insertion and the bone on which the muscle inserts. Joint movements and the insertion of angles involve small angles of pull on which muscular forces act perpendicular to long axis of bone or liver. A force is most effective when it is applied at right angle to a lever. All angles of pull against the bones change with each fraction of a degree of movement. Mechanical efficiency is more important than muscular efficiency in determining the strength of body force. The pull at right angles to the lever gives minimum mechanical efficiency. The greater the deviation from right angle, the less efficient is the angle of pull. Thus, the effect of angle of pull of muscle upon the force is imparted to lever is generally a decrease in the efficiency of pull because the angle made by the bones on either side of the joint is either increased or decreased to form a right angle. So the reason that efficiency of pull is greatest when the joint is at right angle in this position of muscle is pulling directly against the bone, and in the position of direct pull, none of the force of muscle is wasted in pulling the bone of its insertion either toward it or away from the joint. As we have talked earlier, a muscle that is pulling at an angle less than 90 degrees has a stabilizing effect upon the joint. The smaller the angle of the pull, the greater will be the portion of the total force which will be devoted to stabilize the effect. The stabilizing effect relieves the stress and strain on the body, but it represents only a loss of effort in the accomplishment of the external work. Let's consider the strongest pull in the flexion of the forearm. The strongest pull by the forearm can be made by when it is placed in the 90 degree of flexion. Even if the flexor muscles are not stretched enough to give their most powerful contractions, for it is in position of maximum mechanical efficiency. If the forearm is extended to 180 degrees, the muscle is in a position for a powerful pull, but the pull in this position is at such mechanical disadvantage. If only a small force can apply to a load in the flexion of the fully extended arm, considerable force is wasted by pulling the radius of Amna against the humerus. So now let's talk about the efficiency of a resistance. As we have studied about the angle of pull, that it's greater at the 90 degree and become decreased when it is applied at acute angle or an obtuse angle. Similarly, efficiency of a resistance is greater when a pull of force is offering the resistance at 90 degrees to a lever, while the pull will decrease when the angle of pull becomes an acute or an obtuse.